Chosen. 1. Let me ask you something. Have you been feeling it lately? That tension in the atmosphere? That quiet pressure sitting in your spirit that you can't explain to anyone else? You're not crazy. You're not paranoid. You're not being overly sensitive. What you're sensing is real. And what you're about to experience this week is something no human was meant to see in the natural. But you're not just anyone. You've been chosen to witness it. This isn't just another video. This is a divine interruption. And I know that sounds dramatic, but if you've been walking with the Spirit for real, then you already know. God doesn't waste moments like this. If this message reached you today, it's because heaven scheduled it. You didn't find this video randomly. This isn't a coincidence. This is confirmation. Confirmation that the shift you've been feeling is not only happening, it's accelerating. Now listen carefully. What you're about to see isn't entertainment. It's enlightenment. It's not meant for public consumption. It's meant for private revelation. Some things God shows only to those He trusts. And this week, that's you. Not because you're perfect. Not because you got it all together. But because you've been positioned by grace and marked by heaven. Let me be clear. This message is not for everyone. This is for the ones who've been spiritually awakened. The ones who know deep down that something divine has been chasing them. You've had dreams lately that felt too real to ignore. You've seen patterns aligning that make no natural sense. You've had moments where your soul felt like it was standing between two worlds. And that's because you are. This is the week that veil thins. This message is going to change your life, not in a surface-level motivational way, but in a deep, spiritual realignment. I'm talking about the kind of shift that reorders your spirit, the kind of insight that unlocks vision you didn't even know you had, the kind of moment where heaven whispers things your ears weren't trained to hear until now. Chosen? One prophecy is being fulfilled in real time, and you are part of it. This week is not just any week. It's sacred. And whether you realize it or not, everything in your life has been preparing you for this moment. Every delay, every betrayal, every tear, every silence, it was all a setup for this unveiling. Let's call it what it is: a divine revelation, a glimpse beyond the ordinary, a supernatural vision that will shake your understanding and settle your faith. And while others will dismiss it, mock it, or call it delusion, you'll know it for what it truly is: a holy appointment. An end-times sign that heaven trusted you enough to witness. Don't take this lightly. What you're stepping into requires awareness, maturity, and spiritual humility. And that's why this message reached you, not someone else. God doesn't give deep waters to shallow vessels. If you're here, it's because your spirit has been tested, stretched, refined. You've survived things you don't even talk about anymore. You've carried silent burdens that would have crushed others. And still, you stayed soft in spirit, sharp in discernment, and steady in obedience. So, I need you to do two things right now. First, comment 444 in the comments section if you know this message is already stirring something in your soul. That number, for many of us, is a spiritual signpost, an alert that something angelic is near. Second, if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel, tap the bell icon, and share this video with someone who walks with the same fire. We're building a spiritual army here, not just a following. We need voices that see beyond the veil. This platform, Rise of the Chosen, isn't just content, it's a calling. And if you're watching, then you've been summoned too. Because what's about to unfold in your life isn't meant for the world to understand. It's a private encounter with a public impact. So brace yourself. What's coming may stretch your logic, but it will feed your soul. You'll begin to see things others overlook. You'll hear warnings before the storm. You'll feel instructions download straight into your spirit. And when it happens, don't run. Don't question your sanity. Don't look for outside validation. Trust what God is showing you. This week, you'll see something no human was meant to see. And instead of fear, you'll feel alignment. Instead of panic, you'll find clarity. Because when heaven reveals, it doesn't reveal to scare, it reveals to prepare. And that's exactly what this message is doing right now. Chosen one, you're not late. You're right on divine schedule. Everything is opening up before you. Step into it. Watch closely. Guard your spirit. And know this, you were born for this moment. The spiritual shift of this week. This week isn't normal. Not in the spirit, not in the natural. Something is moving, fast, quietly, and deliberately. And if your spirit is even a little bit awake, you've already been feeling it. There's been a strange heaviness in the air, a divine tension pulling at your soul. And no, it's not anxiety. It's not burnout. It's not confusion. It's a signal, the kind of signal only the chosen ones can pick up on. You might not even know what you're feeling. You just know something is different. People around you may be acting normal, but your spirit won't let you relax. That's not paranoia. It's preparation. Heaven has been whispering. And this week, the whisper becomes a trumpet. Let me say this plainly. There is a spiritual shift happening right now that is meant to disrupt routines, dismantle illusions, and deliver a deeper revelation. A divine revelation that the world won't understand, but your spirit has been begging for. This isn't the kind of shift that makes headlines. It makes heartlines. It moves in the inner chambers of your soul, stirring things you thought were long dead. The atmosphere has changed. You don't need a prophet to tell you that. Look around. The timing of events, the sudden alignments, the strange dreams, the overwhelming pull to isolate. It's not random. It's all part of the unfolding. A supernatural vision is being seeded in your mind and spirit. That's why sleep has been disrupted. That's why your peace has felt strange. God is alerting you through signs that can't be ignored. Chosen ones are sensitive to what others call coincidence. You feel the tremors long before the quake hits because you've been marked for it. You've been prepared for it. And this week, heaven is unveiling a portion of its plan to you. Now here's the part that most people miss. When this type of shift happens, it doesn't always feel good. Sometimes it feels like loss, like pressure, like being misunderstood. But what looks like rejection is actually redirection. What feels like disconnection is actually divine repositioning. God doesn't just elevate you, He evacuates you first. This week is evacuation. From old thinking, from dead alignments, from safe spaces that no longer serve your next level. Because when a supernatural vision is coming, you can't be surrounded by natural minds. And make no mistake, this vision is not for everyone. It's not public information. It's a private preview of what God is about to do on a higher level. And you've been handpicked to witness it. You're not here to blend in. You're here to break through. That means when others are celebrating surface wins, you're dealing with soul work. When they're chasing platforms, you're chasing presence. And that distinction is what separates the chosen from the crowd. This spiritual shift, it's going to expose some things. not just around you, but in you. You're going to feel called out and called up at the same time. The Holy Spirit will bring up buried habits, hidden fears, and unaddressed wounds. Don't run from that. Lean into it, because healing is happening in real time. You're not just receiving a vision, you're being made ready to carry it. And that's where the tension comes from. You see, heaven is strategic. It will never reveal something powerful to someone who hasn't been refined to handle it. So, if you're feeling the friction this week, know this: the revelation is near. God is adjusting your grip so you don't drop what He's about to place in your hands. Let's talk about divine timing. We often say, God is never late, but let's flip that. God is never early either. That means what He's doing this week is exactly when it was meant to be. Not last month, not next year. Now you had to go through every misunderstanding, every heartbreak, every silent night to be spiritually in position for this moment. And now the clouds are parting. You're going to start noticing things. Odd conversations, recurring numbers, dreams with meaning, songs that stop you in your tracks, scriptures that seem to leap off the page. Don't dismiss these things. They are part of your alignment. Divine revelation rarely shows up with a label. It requires spiritual attention. Here's the challenge. Don't explain it to people who haven't been called to see it. This week, some things are for you and God only. Some visions aren't meant for public platforms. Some prophetic moments aren't meant to be tweeted. They're meant to be treasured. Guard your discernment. Protect your peace. And if the enemy tries to send confusion, remember this: distraction intensifies before destiny unfolds. When the devil senses your revelation is near, he doesn't attack your power. He attacks your focus. So stay sharp. Keep your mind clear. Keep your spirit clean. This week isn't about doing more. It's about hearing more, seeing more, being still enough to receive. There's a divine instruction being written into your life this week. Something eternal. Something you'll look back on and realize that's when everything started to shift. It may come in the form of a word, a dream, a stranger's voice, or complete stillness. Don't try to control the delivery, just stay open. This is your spiritual awakening in motion. You are walking into a moment that prophets dreamed of, angels marvel at. You're not imagining this. You're in the middle of it. Let me ask you something again, chosen one. What if what you're feeling is not confusion, but confirmation? What if that restlessness is actually readiness? What if this week isn't just about what you see, but what you finally understand? Drop a 777 in the comments if your spirit has been confirming this the whole time. You know this shift isn't external, it's internal. You've been sensing the storm before it hits. And not because you're afraid, but because you've been anointed to see it coming. Remember, this is not the time to panic. This is the time to prepare. Heaven is moving, and when heaven moves, everything on earth must adjust. People may leave, plans may fall apart, opportunities may vanish, but trust that God is making room for something greater. You didn't lose. You're being launched. Stay ready. Stay aware. Stay in the Spirit. The shift is not coming. It's already here. And because you are chosen, you won't just survive it. You'll interpret it. You'll see what others miss. You'll discern what others dismiss. And you'll lead with revelation others weren't ready for. This week, the spiritual realm is louder than ever. So tune in, chosen one. Because when heaven speaks, the wise don't wait, they listen. Why you were chosen to see it? Let's settle this right now. What's coming to you this week is not random. It's not luck. It's not a coincidence. It's confirmation of something that's been brewing in the spirit for a long time. The truth is, you've been seeing pieces of it already. In flashes, in fragments, in dreams you can't shake, in thoughts that seem to come out of nowhere. And now, it's all starting to come together. Why? Because heaven has decided you're ready. You've been chosen to see something sacred, something no human was ever meant to see through natural eyes. And the question you might be asking is, why me? Why would God trust someone like me with something so weighty, so divine, so beyond comprehension? Let me tell you why. Because you didn't volunteer for this, you were marked for it. Before you knew how to spell calling, you were already walking in it. Before you knew how to pray correctly, heaven had already placed a mantle on you. You didn't chase revelation, it chased you. You didn't audition for this insight. It was written into your scroll before your birth. Many are called. That's true, but few are chosen, and fewer still are prepared to carry what being chosen actually requires. You've been through a process that stripped you, tested you, isolated you, and almost broke you. And that wasn't punishment. That was preparation. Every silent season, every betrayal, every unanswered question was heaven's way of building spiritual muscle you would need for this exact moment. You've seen darkness, not to scare you, but to prepare you. You've felt unseen, not because you weren't worthy, but because God was hiding you until it was time. And now it is. The veil is thinning. The secrets are opening. The Spirit is speaking. And you are no longer just a student of the Word. You're becoming a witness of the mystery. This is what makes you dangerous in the spirit realm. You didn't quit when it got hard. You didn't lose your faith when it felt like you were losing your mind. You didn't walk away when everyone else did. That's why you were chosen. Not because you're perfect, but because you're persistent. You stayed in the fire and let it refine you instead of running from it. And now, God is handing you access, not just to information, but to revelation. Not just to knowledge, but to knowing. This isn't surface. This is sacred. You're about to see what can't be taught, only transferred. Heaven has found you faithful enough to carry what others weren't mature enough to handle. That's not arrogance. That's alignment. Chosen ones don't just receive prophetic words. They become the fulfillment of them. You're walking proof of the prophecy. That's why spiritual warfare has been heavier lately. That's why your peace has been under attack. Because the enemy always intensifies when revelation is near. But don't let that distract you. In fact, take it as a sign. If hell is panicking, it means heaven is about to promote you. You were chosen to see it because God knew you wouldn't worship the vision more than the giver. He knew you'd carry it with humility. That you wouldn't brag, but build. That you wouldn't just post it, but protect it. That you wouldn't use it for influence, but for intercession. He knew you'd keep it holy. And in a generation that claps for charisma but chokes on conviction, that kind of heart is rare. That's why he chose yours. This week, your spiritual eyes are going to open wider. And when they do, things around you will start to look different. What used to satisfy you won't anymore. What used to distract you will now feel like noise. You'll sense agendas behind people's words. You'll discern motives in silence. You'll feel heavy where others feel hype. And it might make you feel out of place. But don't shrink. That's your confirmation. God isn't just showing you something. He's showing you why you had to go through everything you did. He's showing you what your pain protected. He's showing you what your wilderness birthed. He's showing you what your isolation was incubating. And now that the time has come, He's showing you that you were never being punished. You were being positioned. It's not that others weren't gifted. It's that they weren't ready. God can't pour deep things into cracked vessels. But your vessel, though scarred, is sealed. Though wounded, it's whole. And that's what made you ready. That's why the vision is coming to you. That's why this divine revelation wasn't sent to your neighbor or your friend, or the person you thought was more spiritual. It was sent to you. Because the chosen one isn't the loudest, isn't the most followed, isn't the most liked. The chosen one is the most surrendered. And that's who you've become. You didn't just survive. You stayed surrendered. You stayed sensitive. And now you're stepping into the kind of supernatural vision that confirms everything your spirit has been whispering for years. You didn't miss it. You were made for it. So don't apologize for the calling. Don't water down the weight of what you carry. You're not here to impress. You're here to interrupt. And what you're about to see will require boldness, maturity, and discernment. But you've already proven you've got it. You were chosen because God saw in you what others didn't. And now, they're about to see it too. What you're about to see. The forbidden glimpse. Chosen one, brace yourself, because what you're about to see will not be ordinary. It won't be filtered through logic. It won't fit inside a textbook, a sermon outline, or a church program. It will bypass your senses and go straight to your spirit. You are being positioned to witness something forbidden, not because it was evil, but because it was holy. And holiness, in its rawest form, has never been for public display. This is not just a vision. This is a veil being lifted, a layer of reality being peeled back. And what lies behind it was never meant to be seen by common eyes. That's why it's coming to you. Because you're not common. You're not casual with sacred things. You've been trained in quiet places to recognize when God is near, even when He's silent. This forbidden glimpse is not about fantasy. It's not some dramatic vision to boost your pride. It's a fragment of heaven's intelligence being delivered to you on divine assignment. You won't just see into the future. You'll feel the weight of eternity resting on your present. This is what happens when spiritual awakening matures, when your eyes no longer crave surface, but depth, when your spirit no longer waits for permission to believe what God already said. And here's the truth. They won't understand it. What you're about to see, what you're about to feel, it won't make sense to those who aren't calibrated to the frequencies of heaven. But that's okay. It's not for them. It's for you. A chosen glimpse for a chosen soul, timed perfectly by the one who sees all. This glimpse may come in a dream that feels too real to be imagination. It may arrive in the middle of your prayer, when the words stop and the presence deepens. It may flash in your mind while you're walking, reading, or just sitting quietly. Don't doubt it when it happens. Don't dismiss it as coincidence. This is how the supernatural communicates, not always in thunder, but in stillness. Not always in vision, but in knowing. You may see the future, fragments of coming events, signs, messages. You may be shown someone else's spiritual condition with startling clarity. You may be given insight into the times, into your purpose, or into someone else's assignment. Whatever it is, it will be undeniable. It will carry that unmistakable spiritual weight. And once you see it, you'll never be able to unsee it. The forbidden glimpse is forbidden for the unprepared. That's why you had to go through the fire first. That's why you had to lose people, shed habits, and go silent for a season. You were being cleared of spiritual noise so that when heaven whispered, you wouldn't miss it. And now you're here. And here's where it gets even deeper. This glimpse won't just be revelation. It will be responsibility. Because with vision comes burden. With insight comes instruction. God doesn't show you something so you can sit on it. He shows it to you because it must be carried, stewarded, and in some cases released, carefully and prayerfully. This glimpse may interrupt your life. It may cause you to pivot. It may make you step back from certain people, places, and things. Why? Because once you see what's behind the curtain, you can't keep pretending it's all just a show. You'll see through people, through situations, through distractions, and while others are applauding the performance, you'll be weeping for what's happening backstage. This is what true spiritual awakening looks like. It's not always loud, it's not always pretty, but it is always powerful. Because when you see like heaven sees, you live like heaven lives, with purpose, with purity, with urgency. Chosen one, you're going to be tempted to share what you see with the wrong audience. Don't. Not everyone can handle what you've been given. Some people aren't rejecting you, they're rejecting what's on you. So be discerning. Keep some revelations tucked away, not out of fear, but out of wisdom. Even Jesus told some people not to speak of the miracles they witnessed. Not every glimpse is meant to be posted. You'll know the difference between what is meant to be declared and what is meant to be digested. You'll feel it in your spirit. Some things will burn inside you like fire shut up in your bones. Others will sit in stillness, quietly building layers of trust between you and God. That's how intimacy grows, not in the public displays, but in the private obedience. You may even feel conflicted. Why me? Why now? What am I supposed to do with this? Those are valid questions. But don't let the weight scare you. God doesn't reveal to overwhelm. He reveals to align. And the moment you receive this glimpse, you'll start to see how every piece of your past was preparation for this clarity. Every strange detour, every closed door, every lonely night, it all led to this divine unveiling. And yes, it may scare you at first. It may leave you speechless, trembling, even unsure. But trust me, this is a sacred moment. You're not losing control. You're finally stepping into God's control. You're not breaking down. You're being broken open. This glimpse will leave an imprint. It will mark you. You'll never be the same. And that's the point. Because once heaven reveals, your assignment elevates. Your voice gains authority. Your prayers gain precision. Your discernment sharpens. You stop walking blindly and start moving with strategy. Chosen one, if you've ever prayed for clarity, this is it. If you've ever cried out for direction, this is it. If you've ever asked for proof that God hears you, this is it. The forbidden glimpse is not forbidden anymore. It's being granted. Because God trusts you to carry what others would exploit. So pay attention, stay grounded, stay in worship, fast if you must, go quiet if you need to, protect your atmosphere, because what's coming will change how you move, how you see, how you speak. You're not just about to see something rare, you're about to see something holy, something human eyes were never supposed to witness until now. You've been granted access to the invisible. You're stepping into sacred sight. And from this moment on, nothing about you will remain the same. This is the glimpse. This is the moment. And it was always meant for you. When the spirit realm interrupts the natural chosen one, there comes a point in your journey where the spiritual realm stops hinting and starts revealing, where heaven stops whispering and starts roaring, where God no longer waits for your perfect schedule to speak, He interrupts it. That's what this week is. a divine interruption, an unannounced entrance of the eternal into the temporary. And if you've been feeling like things around you are unraveling, it might not be falling apart, it might be falling into alignment. When the spirit realm collides with the natural, everything shifts, not always in ways that feel pleasant. Sometimes it looks like confusion, plans being cancelled, people walking away, sudden changes that make no sense. But underneath that chaos is a coordination you can't see yet. God is pulling strings, moving pieces, and orchestrating something far greater than your human mind could manage. This is what happens when you're chosen. You no longer live under the illusion that life is random. You begin to discern patterns in disruption. You recognize the fingerprints of the supernatural in what others call setbacks. Because you know, heaven doesn't ask for permission to invade earth. It just does. And it does so with force. This week, you may feel like your reality is bending. Like your atmosphere has become more sensitive, more alert, more intense. That's not coincidence. That's collision. The spirit realm is pressing in, and you're the point of contact. God is revealing that your environment is no longer just a backdrop. It's a battleground. And your discernment isn't just a gift. It's a survival tool. Let's be real. You've felt it already. The conversations that suddenly feel off. The people who once inspired you but now drain you. The places that used to feel safe but now seem heavy. Your sensitivity has increased because the veil has thinned. The spirit realm is close, so close that your soul can't pretend anymore. When heaven interrupts the natural, the rules change. Things that once took months can happen in moments. Closed doors suddenly swing open. Answers you've been waiting years for appear in one sentence, one dream, one encounter. And yet at the same time, things that used to work will start breaking down. Strategies, routines, even relationships. If they were not built with spiritual alignment, they can't survive the shift. God is not trying to hurt you. He's trying to remove what can't go with you. Because the place he's taking you to requires a clarity you can't get while clinging to the old. And when the spirit realm steps in, it doesn't consult your comfort zone. It dismantles it, not to destroy you, but to deliver you. Think about it. Every major biblical encounter began with an interruption. Moses was tending sheep. Then came the burning bush. Mary was minding her own business. Then came the angel. Paul was on a mission to destroy Christians. Then came the light. The pattern is clear. Heaven moves when we least expect it, but always when we most need it. You're in one of those moments now, a divine disturbance. And while others might interpret it as bad luck or spiritual warfare, you'll recognize it as divine revelation. You'll see that this is God breaking protocol to bring you prophecy. This is heaven showing up on earth through you. You've been asking for answers, clarity, direction. But here's the thing. God often answers by rearranging. He doesn't always speak in sentences. Sometimes he speaks in shifts. And if you're paying attention, the message is loud and clear. This week, you'll begin to notice time moving differently. You may feel like the days are both long and short. You'll have moments of intense clarity followed by moments of deep stillness. Don't try to fight it. Flow with it. Heaven's timing does not operate on your calendar. It moves in revelation, not routine. You may begin to receive instructions that don't make logical sense. Go here. Call them. End this. Start that. Fast now. Speak less. Pray more. That's not your imagination. That's spiritual intelligence. The Spirit doesn't argue. It whispers, then waits for obedience. So if something in your spirit is pressing you to act, don't delay. And yes, not everyone will get it. When you're being interrupted by the Spirit, your movements won't always be explainable. People will ask you why you're so quiet, why you've changed your schedule, why you're turning down invitations. But you know, your spirit knows. You're not avoiding life. You're aligning with something higher. When the spirit realm interrupts the natural, it doesn't just visit you, it transforms you. You begin to see people differently. You forgive quicker. You discern faster. You love deeper, not because you're trying harder, but because you're no longer living in the flesh. You're walking in the spirit. And let me say this clearly. This week, you may receive something in your sleep. A dream, a vision, a name, an image. Don't shrug it off. This is how heaven delivers blueprints. Write it down. Pray over it. Guard it. Because it could be the missing piece to the puzzle you've been trying to solve. Drop a 333 in the comments if you've already started noticing the interruptions. If your sleep has been restless. If your conversations have been strange. If your heart has been heavy and you can't explain why. That's not depression. That's transition. That's your soul adjusting to a new spiritual frequency. The enemy knows what time it is too. That's why distractions have been louder. That's why doubt has been creeping in. That's why old temptations have resurfaced. The enemy doesn't waste energy on people who pose no threat. You are a threat. That's why the resistance has intensified. But don't let it shake you. Because what's happening in the spirit is stronger than what's trying to shake you in the flesh. This week is not about trying to control the outcome. It's about surrendering to the instruction. Because when heaven interrupts the natural, it's not to inconvenience you. It's to ignite you. Chosen one, you are not crazy. You're not imagining this. You're not being too deep. You're being spiritually activated. And the more you lean in, the clearer the instructions will become. You are being visited. You are being stirred. You are being upgraded. And when it's over, you'll look back and say, that's when everything changed. Not because you tried harder, but because you finally let the Spirit take over. So walk slow, listen carefully, move wisely. Heaven is speaking, and your life is about to testify. The cost of seeing the unseen. Chosen one, it's time we talk about the part most people avoid. Everyone celebrates revelation. Everyone wants divine insight. Everyone wants to see what others can't. But few ever count the cost of what that truly means. Because to see what others can't see, you'll also feel what others can't feel. And once your eyes are opened, truly opened, you can't go back to blindness. There is a cost to seeing the unseen. A cost that doesn't always show up in obvious ways. It shows up in your relationships. It shows up in your conversations. It shows up in how you carry your emotions. People don't realize that the deeper your discernment goes, the more isolated you become. Not because you want to be alone, but because you can no longer entertain what drains you. You feel the weight of things others dismiss. You notice the shift in a room before anyone says a word. You pick up on unspoken pain. You hear what wasn't said out loud. That's not your imagination. It's the burden of sight, spiritual sight, supernatural awareness. And while it sounds powerful, and it is, it also comes with spiritual responsibility. Seeing the unseen means carrying things in silence. God will show you things you can't always speak about. He'll reveal truths that aren't yours to expose. He'll give you warning dreams, prophetic visions, divine promptings. And yet he'll also tell you, wait, don't share this yet. And that waiting, that can feel like pressure, like fire shut up in your bones. People will ask you what's wrong, but you won't have words for it. Not because you don't understand it, but because language can't capture what your spirit is processing. You'll carry spiritual weight while showing up to natural conversations. You'll smile when you're sensing danger. You'll encourage others while your own soul is being stretched. This is what comes with seeing beyond the veil. You'll find that emotional sensitivity grows too. You cry more easily, not just for yourself, but for people, for situations, for what God allows you to feel, and sometimes you won't even know why. That's not weakness. That's intercession. God has turned your heart into a landing place for divine compassion. You feel it, not to suffer, but to pray. Not to break, but to stand in the gap. And then there's the misunderstanding. People will misread you, think you're being dramatic, think you're too deep. They won't get why you had to leave certain environments, why you don't talk like you used to, why you don't show up like you once did. But when God elevates your vision, He reduces your tolerance. You can't engage with distractions when your assignment is to discern. You'll lose people. Yes, even people you love deeply, people you prayed for, people you thought were permanent. But spiritual sight separates, not out of pride, but out of protection. God is preserving your clarity, because not everyone around you can handle what you carry. They'll question your silence, they'll resist your change, and that's okay. Because seeing the unseen isn't about proving a point. It's about obeying a call. And that call comes with warfare. You'll be attacked not for what you've done, but for what you know. The enemy doesn't mind a Christian who sleeps through the storm. He fears the one who can see it coming. Your insight makes you a target. That's why your peace has been under attack. That's why confusion tried to creep in. That's why you've had to fight for focus. But hear me clearly. This is the cost of spiritual elevation. You are not being punished. You are being positioned. You're not under attack because you're weak. You're under attack because you're dangerous. Dangerous to darkness. Dangerous to complacency. Dangerous to anything that hides truth. Because your sight threatens what's been comfortable in hiding. And there will be moments when you want to shut your eyes, when the burden of what you see makes you wish you could unsee it. But don't. Don't shut down. Don't pull back. Don't let the pressure convince you to play it safe. You were never made for safe. You were made for sacred, and sacred always costs something. Chosen one, remember this. God didn't just open your eyes for you to be amazed. He opened them so you could be aware, so you could warn others, so you could walk in alignment, so you could intercede with precision, so you could hear clearly and move quickly. You were given sight, not just for vision, but for mission. The cost is real, but so is the purpose. You'll lose some comfort, yes, but you'll gain clarity. You'll lose some popularity, but you'll gain presence. You'll lose shallow conversation, but you'll gain divine communication. You'll lose casual friends, but you'll gain covenant alignment. And when the weight feels heavy, remember this. God never gives revelation without giving grace to carry it. He didn't open your eyes to abandon you. He did it to elevate you, to entrust you with heaven's insight, to shape you into someone who sees like Him, speaks like Him, moves like Him. So if you feel the cost good, that means it's real. But also know it's worth it. Every tear, every moment of silence, every misunderstood decision, every lonely night, it's worth it. Because in return, you walk with heaven's secrets. You carry divine authority. You move in supernatural rhythm. And you begin to understand that seeing the unseen isn't just a gift. It's a divine responsibility. You've been chosen to pay the price, because heaven has trusted you with the view. Preparing for divine visitation. Chosen. 1. This is not the time to be casual with your spirit. This is not the week to live distracted, careless, or numb. Something sacred is approaching, something that cannot be explained by intellect or grasped by the natural mind. You are being positioned for divine visitation. Not a moment, not a feeling, but a holy encounter that will leave a permanent imprint on your soul. And preparation is everything. This kind of visitation doesn't come to everyone. It doesn't show up in rooms full of noise or in hearts full of ego. It's not impressed by how many prayers you've recited or scriptures you've memorized. It looks for posture, surrender, expectation, stillness, and most of all, it looks for alignment. That's why you've been feeling the call to pull back. That's why the urge to isolate has been louder. Why you've been uninterested in surface-level conversations and shallow interactions. Your spirit knows something holy is approaching, even if your mind hasn't caught up yet. God is not coming to visit your image. He's coming to visit your essence. That means this preparation must be internal. You can't fake your way into presence. You can't trick the divine. Heaven is after the honest version of you, the raw, open, unfiltered soul that's willing to say, I don't know everything, but I know you're near. Divine visitation doesn't require perfection. It requires permission, and your willingness to make room is the sign that you're ready. Let's talk practically. What does it look like to prepare for divine visitation? First, quiet your environment. This isn't the week to fill every moment with noise. Turn off the background chaos. Step away from overconsumption. Be intentional about silence. Divine messages often come wrapped in stillness. When your mind is too cluttered, you can't hear what's being whispered. The Spirit speaks in subtleties, not shouts. Don't let distraction rob you of a divine moment, simply because you couldn't sit still long enough to feel it. Next, cleanse your atmosphere. Physical space matters. Spiritual space matters more. Take a moment to clean your room, your home, your heart. Anoint the doors. Speak over the windows. Declare peace over every room. Create an environment where the presence of God is welcome. Not because He needs a perfect space, but because you do. Your external world should agree with your internal longing. Light a candle, play worship music, or just sit in silence and invite Him in. Expect Him to come. Expect Him to reveal. Now let's get deeper. Purify your heart. Ask the Holy Spirit to search you, not just for sins you've already confessed, but for the hidden things, the subtle pride, the buried bitterness, the fear you haven't named. Ask Him to clean the places you've been afraid to open. Divine visitation is attracted to honesty. You don't have to be flawless, but you do have to be faithful. And that faithfulness starts with transparency. Fasting may also be necessary, not out of legalism, but out of sensitivity. When you fast, you quiet the flesh. You tune your ears to heaven's voice. You stop feeding the distractions and start fueling your discernment. Don't just fast food, fast negativity, fast noise, fast entertainment. Anything that's been dulling your awareness has to go. You don't need to hear everything. You need to hear Him. Prayer is your preparation ground. But this week, don't pray like you're begging. Pray like you're preparing a throne. Talk to God like He's already in the room, not with religious performance, but with sacred conversation. Pour out your questions. Sit in the silence. Let tears be your language. Let your hunger be your offering. The most powerful prayers are not always loud. They're honest. And when the divine is near, your spirit will start to pray, even when your mouth is still. Pay attention to your body. Your energy may shift. You may feel heavy for no reason, tired even after rest, emotional without cause. That's not your body betraying you, that's your soul recalibrating. Heaven is adjusting your system to prepare for divine contact. Don't resist it. Move slowly if you must. Rest more, eat clean, take walks, breathe deeply. This is not laziness. It's spiritual preparation. You are not just receiving a moment. You are being rebuilt for an encounter. Keep a journal nearby. Divine visitations often leave traces, visions, phrases, ideas, dreams. Don't assume you'll remember them. Write them down as soon as they come. Sometimes God speaks in fragments that make no sense now, but will become instructions later. Treat every impression like it's holy. Steward the small details. Heaven honors the one who pays attention. Watch your relationships this week. Some people will suddenly drift. Don't chase them. Some will call out of nowhere. Discern their spirit. This is not the time to entertain emotional distractions disguised as comfort. Divine visitation will expose what was pretending to be aligned. Let it. Don't fight for connections that heaven is severing, and don't ignore the new ones God is sending. Sometimes, divine visitation comes through divine appointments. People you weren't expecting, carrying exactly what you needed. Your dreams will become louder. Pay attention. What used to feel symbolic may now be literal. What seemed confusing before may now become crystal clear. God is speaking through dreams, through visions, through signs. And He's doing it fast. This is why you had to come out of the noise, so you could recognize the patterns. Not every dream is random. Some are blueprints. Protect your gates. Be mindful of what you watch, what you hear, what you allow into your spirit. Your eye gate, your ear gate, your mouth gate. Guard them all. You can't receive divine revelation while feeding on demonic entertainment. What you consume either confirms or contaminates what God is trying to deposit in you. This is the week to live clean, not out of fear, but out of honor. This is sacred ground now. And when He comes, because He will, don't rush the moment. Don't try to perform. Don't try to document it. Don't run to social media. Just receive it. Sit in it. Cry if you must. Worship without music. Fall to your knees. Lay in silence. Whatever the moment requires, yield to it. You may not feel goosebumps. You may not hear thunder, but you will know He is there. And when you do, stay still. Because in that stillness, your assignment will unfold. Heaven doesn't visit without reason. Divine visitation is not random. It's prophetic. It shifts things. It sets things in motion. It activates what's been sleeping in your spirit. It confirms what you've been doubting. It aligns you with people, places, and plans that your logic could never connect. You may not even realize what's happening until after it's over. But trust me, you'll never be the same again. You are preparing for something holy, a divine moment that generations before you longed to see. You are being trusted with presence, with insight, with instruction. Not everyone gets this. Not everyone can handle it. But you were chosen, and your preparation proves your maturity. Heaven doesn't come where there is chaos. It comes where there is room. So make room. Chosen one. This week is not just about seeing. It's about hosting. It's about housing the sacred, receiving the holy, stewarding the supernatural. And the way you prepare is the way you will receive. Prepare with expectation. Prepare with reverence. Prepare with hunger. He's coming. And this time, He's coming for you. Conclusion and spiritual commissioning. Chosen one. You've made it to the end of the message. But the end is not the end. It's the beginning of something holy, something activated, something written into your spirit before you ever knew how to name it. What you've heard wasn't just words. It was a divine charge, a spiritual commissioning. And heaven has been waiting for this moment to not only reveal truth to you, but to release purpose through you. By now, your soul has already been stirred. You've felt it, that deep shift inside, that weight you can't explain, that calm urgency that's been following you since the first word. It's not hype, it's not emotion, it's revelation. It's confirmation that everything you've been sensing, everything you've been carrying, everything you've been praying for, it wasn't just real, it was divine. And now, the season of silence is over. The season of survival is over. This is the season of sight. You've seen the unseen. You've been given access to a forbidden glimpse. You've stood in the space between two worlds and didn't fold under the pressure. You didn't run from the revelation. You didn't ignore the signs. You leaned in, and because of that, you've been marked. Not with religion, not with reputation, but with divine recognition. Heaven knows your name. And this week proved it. There will be days ahead where you'll want to go back to comfort, where your mind will try to convince you that this was just a feeling, just a phase, just another video. But remember this moment. Revisit it if you must. Replay the words, reread your notes, remind your spirit that this was not random. This was written before time, crafted for your timeline, carried by the Spirit into your path, right when you needed it. Now you walk differently. Now you hear differently. Now you pray with purpose, not panic. You move with insight, not impulse. Because this commissioning was more than information. It was an activation. You are not just a receiver of vision. You are now a carrier of it, a protector of what's holy, a vessel of what's sacred, a witness to what no human was meant to see. Yet God trusted you with it anyway. So what now? You obey. You steward. You speak when God says speak. You stay silent when He says wait. You fast when prompted. You move when released. This is not the time to question. This is the time to walk in alignment. You're no longer chasing purpose. It's chasing you. You don't have to beg for clarity. It's already inside you. Now, you move like someone who's seen the throne. Someone who knows the weight of revelation. Someone who has been sent. And with that comes a charge, a divine responsibility, to walk in purity, to live in discernment, to speak with boldness, to pray with fire, to love with the heart of heaven. This world doesn't need more performers. It needs more prophets. And you, chosen one, have been called to speak when others are silent, to see what others overlook, and to protect what others take for granted. This isn't a moment to be proud. It's a moment to be humbled, because you carry something now, something from the other side of the veil. And how you carry it will determine what heaven releases next. So carry it well. Carry it carefully. Carry it courageously, even when it's heavy, especially when it's heavy. And now, let me commission you with this. Go forth in clarity. Go forth in holiness. Go forth with eyes open and spirit awakened. May your ears hear what the world tries to drown out. May your heart remain soft under pressure. May your obedience stay sharp, even when it costs you comfort. And may your path be guided by the one who revealed himself in secret, so you could walk with purpose in public. This is your commissioning, your release, your next level. And you didn't miss it. You answered it.